Hi.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Emma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 492.
Yes, it is.
492. Yeah. I see you're in like short sleeves again too. I was like eyeballing my piles of like, ooh, sweater weather. And then no, it's gonna be warm again
Yes.
this weekend. So we're getting cooler nights and cooler mornings, and definitely that cozy feel is in the air a little bit, but
Yeah,
probably not like day sweater worthy
right.
at the
Well,
moment.
and it's definitely like the sleep in because the sun isn't coming up quite so early, right?
Yes,
So,
autumnal equinox has
yes,
has begun, and now the days are getting shorter.
we're definitely getting shorter.
Yes.
Um, I I talk a big game and then I fail. So, we haven't done anything for the retreat this week. Work has been crazy for me. I know it's been crazy
We've
for
done
Megan.
things, we just have not publicly announced or published or
Correct.
done anything. Yes.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, I want to commit to getting our vendor signups to the internet this weekend. So hopefully today, but I also am working today. So today is the goal, and then the weekend is the commitment. So
Yeah.
we will give that a go and get that out there. But then, if you're one of our Patreon members, keep an eye on that. We're hoping to just bam flash give you a an opportunity to join us at the retreat. So
But now we have previewed it. So if you are a Patreon member and you watch the podcast, you're like really in the know. You are in the know. Yeah, the only other administrati that I guess I've got two administrati things was one, I did have that survey. I saw that we're getting
oh
lots of
yes.
responses. It looks like Wednesday is a day that people can sometimes join, but not a great day. We did not have craft and chat this week, kind of based off of I knew that it was going to be changing. We will announce the winners of thank you the random winners for and thank you prizes for filling out that survey, and then the new chatting schedule will be announced next week. So you've got today to get your preferences in there. What days can you join? What is your top day? What time in the evening, with a full array of not just zombie time, but like
Mhm.
all the time zones as well in the survey. And the other is, as Amy and I were just chatting about before, my internet got blippy and we got delayed by trying to get the podcast started, was that it is the end of the quarter. So get I know I see Amy, you don't have yours out there, and I know you've got lots of like twinning with me that you could claim, and other items. So get your craft along entries in as well, because we'll be doing prizes. I'll probably send a Patreon reminder out next week, because next week is when October 1st starts. And then we'll have prize drawings after that. We've got some folks that are really keeping up, and we've got some folks that started in Q3 or started in Q1 and kind of lost some mojo there. And you can always get caught up. So make sure that you go out there and find the projects that either you started and thought, oh, that'd be good for this one, or you can just now figure out like, oh yeah, that one. So like I went crazy with my washcloths earlier this year,
Mhm.
and that's one of the categories for this quarter. And so I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, purpose. It's a household houseware. So yeah, please do. Always fun. And I think some of the feedback we got in the survey was that folks loved those craft along, like plotting and showing off sessions as well.
Mm.
So to do more of those, or to have more focused craft and chats. But
Yeah,
those are my two.
focused craft and chat. Yeah, it's kind of like a book club, right? You're meeting to
Yep.
kind of talk about the book, but also meet with your friends. So love
That's a
that.
bad
That's great.
example, Amy. You and I got kicked out of the book club for just going to chat. But yes, we'll,
Well, I tried to get, I mean, I was pretty good in the first few months, but then it just got
yeah,
to be too overwhelming.
children. Hashtag
Yeah.
children.
Yes.
Do you remember when Kimmel did that? Like, hashtag this, hashtag that. Anyway, not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. Ah,
Okay. Yeah.
him and Justin Timberlake did like a whole thing where they were like talking in hashtags. Anyway.
And they feel like a thing of the past already.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, for me, they're like the pound sign on the phone, right?
Yeah. 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 Well,
Hit pound signed one for, blah, blah,
yes.
blah. Uh, anyway, woo, blast from the past. Favorite things. Mine are completely not knitting related and random.
Okay.
So this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I will talk about my knitting ones first.
Yeah.
I was randomly out on Instagram, which, is few and far between for me lately, especially since the algorithm doesn't really show me what I want, and so I just exit pretty quickly. But on one day, it did show me what I want. A Kirby Werby is having a sale. So
Mm,
I ordered something that was ready to ship in her shop, and lickety split, it's in my hands. So this
wow.
one is really beautiful. Let's see if I got it's a mountain berry cobbler. Got a lot of
Ooh,
colors
yeah.
in there. It's beautiful. And then I also got this bright tastic, needed a pick me up. It's called Carolina Girls.
Ooh.
So just the pink and the violet one in there. It's a I don't know, it's a bluey violet in there that I just really love. So yes, excited for these. Will likely, once I have cast off all of my other socks, I'm down to the one pair that's for somebody else. And then my other favorite thing on the sock train is that I was cleaning out my room and I found a long languishing whip in this
Mm.
bag. So this bag was sitting there and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put it away. And I was like, oh, there's something in there. And then I opened it up and it's this sock. So
The Gigi
love
colorway.
yeah, so I love the sock and I had just cast on the one and was working away on it and must have put it away probably before our retreat because it's not retreat sock, right? So or it doesn't count for the KL. So I probably set it down then and haven't picked it up. And I'm pretty sure I might have even started this one like before the end of the year and had it have fits and starts quite a few times. But ever since I picked it up, it's still just on the go or it's in its location up here in my workspace. So when I'm up here for late night meetings, I've been working on it. So this is my late night meeting progress that I've gotten so far. So really really excited to rediscover a long forgotten yarn and project and very excited. So these are going to be for me. And now I don't just have one to get done, but I do like the renewed aspect of finding this and it getting me excited. So,
Yeah.
yep, this one is just sitting on my desk here in my new workspace. I guess that's another favorite thing, right? Just cleaning out this space and reorganizing it. I still have the doom piles on the bed. Don't worry, that hasn't changed. But everything in on the floor and around, like there's a lot more space in here, like a room for
Mhm.
activities, as the stepbrothers would say. So like it it's very
The movie.
approachable. Yeah, it's something yeah, oh, it's Step Brothers, yeah. But room for activities, and so now I feel more comfortable up here taking my calls and languishing or not languishing, lingering after them and cleaning up and doing a few things and it's become a little retreat space. And I hope that as I continue to go through the doom piles and put things away, it will stay a relaxing retreat space and also will be that way for my guests, anybody who stays with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I said I had random, not knitting related. My like mental, like I want to cast on space, happy space right now has been all about dresses.
Mm,
Last year at Rhinebeck, I got like the mega skeins from oh, and they're MCN. Why can't I think of the name? The gals down in Florida, the mom daughter duo.
Sarasota.
No, she's but the dyer, the gal that dies. Anyway, it'll come to me and I'll be like, oh my Lord, why couldn't I not remember it? I got like the 150 gram skeins and I got two of them. And like finding the combo of like that plus maybe some other accent colors to put into a dress is like been my like, oh, okay, I'll do a little, stash stirring and see what kind of bubbles up and like, oh, would that look good with this? And like it doesn't result in a ton of knitting, but it makes me happy and it distracts me from other things.
Yeah.
So like cast on planning has been one of my favorite things and like having something that I'm like yeah, not fixated on, but like definitely excited about. Like I don't have a dress. I have made leggings, I have made skirts. I've never made a dress. And like
Mhm.
for me, that's like the next frontier. I don't know if I'll take a top and like figure out how to do some like waist cinching and then obviously some flaring like I did with the Tink Tank, I believe, with Ellie,
Mhm.
or if I'll just pick a pattern. But yeah, that's been my like my knitting brain space recently. Knitting some very simple things like finishing the sleeves of my soft currents, and then obviously the musa burls are just like knit, knit, knit in the
Mhm.
round. I can do that and also be dreaming of the next cast on. So that is a knitting thing.
And the Florida thing threw me. Did you mean Emma's yarn?
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I meant.
Okay.
And Laura has the designer of this top has a yarn store down there, right? And yeah, is a designer as well, and a mom to Emma.
Mhm.
So yes, thank you. That would probably pop up in my mind. Yeah, in 30 minutes, I'd be like, darn it, I looked so stupid on the podcast. The other thing, I think Amy is aware of this, and a couple of people that have been on the Craft and Chats. This is definitely like if I had to categorize this year, it would be like my concert going
Mhm.
year. Been going to a ton of concerts at our local brewery at Thesis. We went to the White Stripes. We're going to go to Granddaddy. We've kind of looking at some concerts this weekend. Tonight at Thesis is Atari, which is an 80s cover band. Jeremy's trying to get me to dress up, and I'm like, I'm not. I don't want to. I just want to go enjoy the music. I may grab one of the scrunchies I made. Anyway, I got tired of Jeremy had bought me some eargasms at one point, which are kind of like this highly plastic kind of
Mhm.
like a looks like the tip is a little and they have different tip sizes, but they were still too big for my ears. Amy and I actually chatted about this at ZK, but I have some loop um, they're specifically made for to be able to hear the music and not just muffle all or part of the ranges. And I feel like my loops do a really good job of there's a little insert where you can make them even more decibels. And you can take that out, and then they have extra small tips for my very small ear canals.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I've been loving these. They have several types of them. Amy, I know you mentioned they have sleep ones that are like a ton of decibels, right? Like it gets everything out of and they have ones that are convertible. So like you could have them in complete mode and then you could turn them into hearing more of the noise. And then these ones are their concert ones. I got this week a nice little, so if they fall out of your ears or if you're done It's like in between. So last week was Punktoberfest.
Hmm.
And we went and saw many, many bands. And in the interim, I was always getting this out of my pocket and putting them in. And then, of course, they would do like sound checks and you'd be like, ah. So
Hmm.
I'm going to try these out. I like that I don't have the fear of them
You losing
falling
them?
out and being forever gone. I'm not going to be able to hear real well while they're in, but you can see they're very low profile and they just kind of sit in your ear. They almost look like an earring or like some sort of ear adornment, right? And I really like them. Jeremy uses the foam tips, and I use the little silicone tips. There's lots of options with them. They're highly convertible, but so glad again, like after last week's concerts that I had
Yeah.
them. No ear ringing, no
Yep.
hearing loss. And they just stay in there. They don't bother me. Absolutely love them. They are my
Yeah.
favorite.
With the price of tickets nowadays, I think it's worth it, even if you do lose them, to get a nice pair of concert earplugs, because there are many, 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 many times in my 20s that I did not do that, and you come home and your ears are ringing, and it might even be into the next day that your ears are ringing, right? And I just was floored that coming home from that concert, I didn't, nothing was ringing. And I
Yeah,
could, yeah, and I just went to sleep and it was amazing. During the concert, I was taking them out and putting them back in to see like if it was affecting the vibe. And there was a little bit of effect to the vibe,
yeah,
because you're losing some of those louder moments when the crowd is like, "Oh my God, this is it," and everybody's, and you're like, it's not quite that loud. But that's why my ears aren't ringing. So
yeah,
I'm okay with the vibe shift. Um, and yeah, it was well worth the money. And again, I think now, granted, I got mine on Amazon and they were probably not the full retail price of what you would pay from the store, their storefront. But or maybe there was a deal going on, because I remember only paying like $20 to $25 for my pair. So, but if you're already paying $100 a ticket for a family to go, just adding that little bit of extra hearing protection before you go. But any will do if you wanted to, you know, buy the cheaper
yeah,
brands or
yeah.
cheaper things.
Thesis has the little like orange or little yellow nubs that are just
Yeah.
foam that you stick in your ear. And again, I don't know. I find that I can hear the actual words of the songs better
Yes.
with these, right? Versus like it felt like the some of them just do some of the higher frequency
Hmm.
yeah, muffling, I guess. And so, yeah, I feel like I really can hear what the singer is actually singing a lot better with my loops. I don't know, yeah, I don't know if the cord is going to be a permanent thing. It was just like a little cheap add-on, but we'll see again going to the 80s cover band tonight. And we'll have those in and try out the cord.
Hmm.
But yeah, very fun, very fun. Other thing, my husband and I don't know if my daughter is or not, but she's young and can just decide to do it if she wants to. And I are training for the Madison Half Marathon. I find that a lot of people don't realize it, but you can get very low on electrolytes while you're training. They think maybe they're hungry. They think maybe, they need like to eat a banana for potassium or whatever. But I find like the electrolyte drinks are really nice, just kind of level set and make sure that all my electrolytes are good. And this one is a recent favorite.
Oh,
So
yep.
LMNT or element is what my husband
Element. Yeah.
calls it. It is a zero sugar hydration pack, and it tastes so there's citrus salt in this, raspberry salt, orange salt, grapefruit salt, and watermelon salt. So they kind of taste like what I remember margaritas tasting like,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like a little bit of citrus, a little bit of saltiness. I put it in my really huge water bottle
Mhm.
because if you don't, it's very intense. So
Mhm.
like you can choose, how much water you're adding in with this little packet, and I buy the multi, and then I get another citrus salt and just like shove those
Mhm.
in because in general I like those. I really like the watermelon salt. And then I was talking randomly with some of my Google folks that I work with, and mango. I guess there's like a spicy, it's not called spicy mango, it's like mango something with spice.
Mm.
And he's like, those are my favorite. And we don't have those in any of our local stores. So I would have to get it online. But I'm intrigued because a little spicy mango sounds good. So that is a favorite thing.
Yeah, I've tried those things before because I think many years ago when I was still going to CrossFit competitions to volunteer, that hydration supplement or whatever you want to call it, the little drink
Hmm.
mixes were very popular. You would always get some free in your little goodie bag and things like that
Hmm.
to try. Very, very good. And I agree. Any recovery drink that has the electrolytes in it is just a boost and does a
Yeah, and
lot
I don't
for
like the
you.
sugary. Like I get obviously I'm low sugar, but like even before then, like it would make my teeth hurt from like how sugary sometimes like Gator like old
Mhm.
school Gatorade is.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't need the like sugars plummet after drinking it. What I needed was the electrolytes that were in it. So yeah, there's a lot of alternatives now, but I'm really digging the
I
salt
will
one.
say, I will say that if you do take sugar, um, going all day in 120-ish degree heat on a turf, volunteering, the sugar-free hydration electrolytes were not enough.
Yeah.
We needed the sugar in them because I think midday everybody was crashing, even after eating lunch. And somebody brought in a big pallet of Gatorades, and my body felt so good after that, even though I'd
Yeah.
had like three or four of those sugar-free ones.
Yeah.
Um, at a
I am
certain
not all
point,
day
you,
exercising for this half marathon, like most of our runs are like an hour and a half at this point. So yeah,
no, no,
not a dietary supplement for sure, just a like
no, 100%. And we had like apple squeezes, we had all sorts of things, but for some reason, when it was an all day on the turf, Gatorade was like so good. I see why they do them at football.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
my
random mentions from me, but definitely some things that have been infusing like, oh, these are my favorite things, vibes into my daily life. So
yes.
yeah.
All right. Bye.
Vibes. I got my Slack 1 minute till meeting vibration.
Well, and I saw the time